Not bragging, but you know my steez. I'm not from the era of R8 or PDC. You may not know me, but
sometimes you can reach conclusions that are not.
Do you think we're in a position to question how country leaders use their power?
Who?
Like, you know, like as just as this is talking about on the level of being citizens of the country.
Are we in a position to what?
Are we in a position to understand how a person in that position uses their power?
I would say yes.
Because I believe every job has different powers that we don't understand. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but as far as we fought for freedom of speech and the right to say it, there was a time when people's speech was silenced.
So you believe in freedom of speech?
Yes, I do.
There's no such thing.
Well, there's freedom of speech, but there's also consequences.
So there's no freedom then?
Well, no, I wouldn't say there's no. I wouldn't say there's no freedom. I wouldn't say there's no. I wouldn't say there's no. I wouldn't say there's no freedom. But I would say that we have degrees of freedom. There's
either freedom of speech or there ain't.
No, that's too black and white.
It's not. That's what it is. It's the question. It's straightforward. It's one.
There's degrees of freedom.
There is or there isn't.
Freedom of speech. That's what I'm saying.
There's none.
I've been to no, you should be gay cunt. You're going to jail. You're going to prison. You're going to pay heavy fines. You ain't got no free cunt. There's no freedom of speech. We fought for freedom. That's an illusion. That's like independence. That was like Nigeria getting independence. It was an illusion. That was like Jamaica getting an independence. It was an illusion. It's just an illusion, brother.
Well, I've been to parts of the world, which are somewhat dictatorial, such as Cuba, where there isn't
communist country,
where there isn't a freedom of speech, and you can't speak the way you speak here.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, according to my experience, there's degrees of freedom.
There's no degrees of freedom.
I know.
Are you talking about like A-cat, B-cat, C-cat? I was like,
there's degrees of freedom when you don't.
There's no degrees of freedom.
There is.
If you're in D-cat, are you in a degree of freedom?
Yeah.
No,
I think so.
Yeah, because the person
But you're a degree of freedom. Well, are you free or not?
No, you're not free. You still got to go back.
What's a degree of freedom?
It's just freedom. It's just more privileges.
No, but there's no freedom. I'm just saying there isn't no freedom.
Okay,
freedom of speech. That doesn't exist, bro.
That's one way.
That's one thing.
That's one way of looking at it. But we're allowed to have more than one way of describing a thing.
It's freedom of choice.
Okay.
And who gave us that?
God.
Hallelujah. Yeah, I like that one. I like it.
So
I stay in the middle for a reason.
You like to make devil's advocate.
God's advocate. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
So
you're right. Yeah.
Cool, man.
These
you're more easy to do with.
We're trying to arrive at a place where there's greater understanding, and we don't want power to be we don't want power to be abused. We want power to serve, protect, liberate, enlighten, guide, and so forth.
But free, isn't it?
But do you think as human we're able to do that?
Yes, if we practice.
We have a
practice. There's no such thing as a perfect civilization.
When our power goes up, do you think nothing will change about us?
Mankind in general.
If you ask, if I'm an optimistic person, I would like to say that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
There's future.
There's a future.
Yeah,
definitely.
If I'm an optimistic person.
No.
If I'm pessimistic, I'd sit down there and say there's doom and gloom. There's no future.
Would you say
it's dark and scary?
Wouldn't it be right to say
you should be afraid?
Wouldn't it be right to say then the right people need to be in power? Because I feel like, again, power in the wrong hands is just an 100%
thing. I do think the right people need to be in power, and the right people who are
people always get corrupted by power. So
but that could be a very see what you just said there.
That's my question about
corrupt.
That could be you get them power.
Yeah, that could be.
But if you've had power from early, I think those are the people that are able to deal with power better. But you see, like when you don't have power from early, you seek power.
Mm-hmm.
Practice makes
in all the wrong places.
In all the wrong places. I like that.
Like with
at the wrong time.
Like the wrong time.
When you're done.
I'm looking spiteful and all.
I've got a scripture to read.
Like with
you're too old. People trying to do it in a certain part of their, you know what I mean, in their life. It's trying to abuse power. You know what I mean? Even when people are against youngers because they're older than them.
Yeah, like 100%. Like with anything, I believe practice makes perfect.
In terms of,
what do we need to practice?
In terms of, before you started as a footballer, you practiced, you became good. You made the talent. Raw talent might be there, but you practice. Basketball player practice.
What's it got to do with anything?
So with
he's using them as allegories.
So with the same thing with power. It takes for the good people to practice. No,
I don't think. Sometimes you're born with it. Like
even if you're born with it, you still need to cultivate that talent.
Definitely, and I wouldn't know that.
And that's going to take some forms of practice.
What form of power are we talking about? World leaders or power in general?
World leader,
whatever power you're born with.
World leader, manager.
No, I just believe
we're talking about world leaders,
power, even power of presence.
People in general, are we talking about world leaders?
Not just particulars. Like, I feel like there's some people that ain't born with that much power, and there's some people that are born with more power. I believe that personally. That's just my opinion. It's not something I can prove scientifically.
Talking about power in general.
I just feel like there's certain people that are born. You could even watch certain kids and see which ones have got a little
100%.
He's powerful. And
then you can.
And I'm not saying other ones are not powerful, but you can see. You can see when people got extra little pizzazz. You know what I'm saying about them?
Is that power though? Is that character?
Maybe character is power though.
So what we...
You know what I'm saying? I think character is power when you check it.
Yeah, because you can have strong character.
Yeah, there's not some of the things that we associate with power. I feel like character.
100%.
Yeah, it's not always.
But it might take
Superman.
In order to bring that which you're talking about, character and so forth, to its optimum, it might take a bit of fine tuning.
No, but it could be raw power there as well. Do you know what I mean? And the way where it's used again, God's journey for all of us, is never a straight road, isn't it? God takes you on highs and low roller coaster, and then so it's not like people go on like when they talk about the concept of God, it's all peace and harmony and even if you see the people that God used in the Bible, like Moses and all. I'm just saying that Moses and all these people, like these man, if you look at their history, some of them were killers, some of them were like robbers.
That's right. That's right.
He used people that have been through stuff, experienced people.
Because
that's right. You know what I'm saying? And I always believe that if you haven't got that experience, then I've seen in my life, without certain experience in your life, you can't get that close to God. I believe. I don't know if I'm saying it.
Or you might not even be suitable.
No. I'm talking about
over the transition. Over the transition of time. Then maybe we'd have to find
the transition of time.
Yeah, I understand.
Because I feel like some of them people that was
born pure.
You see them, some of them people in church, all the way, like they've grown up in church.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that they miss. Sometimes when you meet some people like that, they're missing a lot. Like they're very I don't know, like they're kind of vulnerable, if you understand what I'm saying, to the world.
100%.
You know, when they've been mollycoddled all the time.
100%.
When people
lack people in general, man.
No, that's what I mean. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you an example, innit? You know, like sometimes church is a good place, innit? But even sometimes that place
is it a good place?
No, but I'm gonna just put that out there because I don't want to insult nobody's religion or the. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say about anything. All I'm saying is associated good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean in terms of. I'm not saying it's a bad place, but if you're in that environment your whole life, bro,
Brother, I know what you're saying.
There's a level of it soften. You become a soft adult. You know what I mean? You might be a good person and have a good heart and all of that, but when it comes to someone might attacking you on road or something like that, or you're having some sort of experience with that, they can't take those things, and that would.
No, because they're not a street person,
and it would disturb them though too much. So I'm just saying,
traumatize them.
Yeah. So in terms of God using them, take it into the places where God needs them to be. People that have lost their way. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. People that have been through experiences, harsh experiences, are more usable in those situations
because they've called on Him.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's why I said experiences helps you to get closer to God.
Well, He chastises who He loves, because He wants you to change. That's why He chastises who He loves. When one is wicked and He leaves one in his wickedness, he's got his reward. Put it that way. Yeah. You see the ones He chastises because they're going the wrong journey. The ones who go through certain things, they're the ones He wants to change. That's why I used to sit there and go, why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? So then my life experience made me get to where I am today. And now my life is 100 times better. Yeah, there's things I will never do in my life again. Why? Wickedness. You understand? And there's a judgment for it. And before the blood of Christ, 2 men would have stoned you for your wickedness. Now, vengeance is the Lord's, and He's given us what? Time. Because we've all got time now. You understand? So that's why I don't play Russian roulette with my soul. You understand? No. I stay on the straight and narrow. Yeah. That's it.
And I respect it.
I have to stay straight.
I respect it,
because what you're saying is absolutely true. That's why I am where I am today. Because of what I was going through in my life. You understand? And the Most High made me the strength to overcome. And I'm back in the ghetto now. I'm back in the hood.
Serving.
And guess what? You see the changes what I've made? A lot of brothers and sisters haven't even made that change. They're still in the matrix. And I look at them and rare and I say, Rob, and I've tried to reach out. Most have rejected, some haven't.
That's it.
Some men are embracing silently, some men have come and said, but most haven't. And instead of them listening, they want me to go back into their world.
You understand?
Look, I'm going to say this, whether you believe this or not, we suffer because of our behavior. And I'm talking about us, my people. We suffer because of our behavior. And that's it. So we're the problem.
And you know what, I feel like
how about that? We're the problem,
like
mate.
we can only talk individually.
Well, I'm going to talk for me then, and what I know, in my opinion.
So you don't think I'm going against what you're saying?
No, you don't need to go against.
You see, when you link up with people on your frequency, it's individuals that made a decision. You know what I'm saying to you? And like, there's loads of different cultures that go through their thing. But one thing that I feel like sometimes we don't highlight the good things and the powerful things that we do. Do you get what I'm saying? In terms of when we do come together. You know, like there's been times over history where we come together as a people.
We've got loads of good history. We can't.
So I'm saying in terms of like, you know, the narrative that they put out there that where the people that live bad. If you had to be born in come back to this world again tomorrow, what culture would you come back to?
What culture would I come back to?
Yeah.
I would be the same person. I would be in the same culture I am today. I want to be the same from the same race of people I am today.
Exactly. So how could we ever go on like we
No, because I know why I am. No, because I know why we go through what we go through. There's a big difference between me.
No, but I'm saying,
it's like racism.
What's happening in their life that's so great? Who's like? I'm saying the people, you know, like so if we're going through something, whatever other culture.
No, we all go through things, brother. We all go through.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. How are we comparing it then? How are we comparing it?
We're comparing it is that we've always been the tail. Yeah,
no, it ain't.
Brother, in society today, in the last 200 years, 300 years.
No, we can't even.
So give me an example, bro.
Bro, most of our information comes from the television, bro.
I don't watch television.
That doesn't matter. That's where
I go for what I've known and I've learned and see different things.
Yeah, half of the things that we've been told is absolutely
the whole of Africa's colonized, still colonized. You know, do you know that? You're not colonized.
No, that's something that they told you.
Okay. Well, you try to go down there and dig a well then and see what happens. All right. Well, why don't you not do that then?
What?
The brothers and sisters, let me say something to the brothers and sisters. Let me say something to my brothers and sisters who know what country they're from in Africa, whether they're Gambian, Nigerian. What they need to do is get money and develop their town or their country or wherever. That's what they need to do. They need
what makes you think that? Hold on. What makes you think that Africa's not doing that?
Yeah. I never said they're not doing that. I said that's what you need to do.
You would say what you need to do.
No, but that's what they need to do.
But when you said that's what they need to do, you're saying it as if they're not doing that.
No, brother. I'm only talking about the Africans I know. They just complaining. I'm not talking about the ones I don't know, bruv. I'm talking about the ones I know.
I ain't complaining.
But I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones I roll with, bro.
Yeah, so what are they complaining about?
What are they complaining about?
Yeah.
The white man.
Are they?
Yep. I'm not talking about them. What about them? But it's the same bullshit, bruv. It's the same argument all the time, innit?
But ain't that who you call heathens?
The heathen them. But I'm not even going to go deep into this heathen business right now, you know, because there's many heathens. Yeah? So anyway, now what I'm saying, there's many heathens. So listen to me.
Ain't they the heathens though?
Brother,
in what you believe?
Brother, they're a nation of people. They're a nation of people. They're a nation of people or a race of people that are in the position of power.
Do you have plans to go back to Israel?
Do I have plans to go back to Israel? One day, yes. One day I'm going to go there.
What are you going back there for?
What am I going back there for? I would, if in this life, I would go back there if I have the means.
You know that not only they even welcome you though.
Welcome me? But I don't need to be welcomed. But I got my passport, I go.
So you're not going to go to Palestine?
Well, there's loads of places I can go in that land. That's mine. I can go Lebanon if it's mine. I can go Syria and it's mine.
I'm saying Palestine.
I can go Damascus and it's mine.
In terms of the
whole land, from
in terms
the
of
borders
where
of Egypt to the River Euphrates,
our people
according to the Bible, that's us.
But in terms of where our people originate from,
not all black people originate from.
But you don't have it.
What I'm saying, no, in terms of the Israel that we belong to is Palestine.
No, I was born here. That doesn't define who I am. Like your family are Nigerian. Are you English?
Yeah, but your roots
no,
go back to the Caribbean.
My roots don't. Well, we went there in slave ships, bro. You keep on trying.
No, it's not.
Brother, man. My name is. What's your surname?
Moria.
Moria. Where's that come from?
Well, Kenya from one, huh?
Are you a Kenyan?
Yeah.
So I know Moria is a Kenyan name.
Yeah.
What's your surname?
Oh, you're lacking.
There's 2 African names, brother. Are they slave names?
No,
the European
there's
names.
Slave.
No. Are they European names?
No.
No, mine's European. I got it from slavery.
The Henry part is I'm Henry Moria.
So you got the Henry. You got a middle name named Henry. But that's your mum called you Henry.
My mum's part is my mum's surname King.
Alright, your mum's called King.
But even in Kenya, you have like what they call Bible names.
Yeah, but no, I'm not. But we're talking about historical, ancestral history.
But that stuff changes.
No. You're from Kenya, and has your family got anything to do with the transatlantic slave trade, or any slave trade at all? Your family, you personally.
No,
mine has. That's what I'm saying to you. My story is different than your story.
So you know what family members were slaves?
My family. Yeah, my name's German, bro.
So I'm saying, who was it? Were your grandma slave?
My grandma was a slave. My mum sided with slaves.
Slavery had ended by
no, but brother, I'm talking about descendants of the children of the slaves.
Actually, your grandma was a slave.
My grandma was a slave. My great grandma was a slave.
But your grandma was a slave.
My grandma is a part of slavery because her name's Blair.
Was she a slave?
Was she a slave? She was part of slave. Not playing no semantics. I'm telling you where my parents come from. Was she a slave in chains? No, slavery finished in the 1800s.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
so why you answer my question then?
Big man, because you're trying to be smart and it's not funny.
So why should I be stupid?
No, you just answer the question and receive the answer that I gave you.
But you should answer my question. I said your grandma's slave.
I said to you, you said to me, I said to you, yes. I said she was part of slavery.
No, but you didn't say. So I'm not asking if you're part of slavery.
Was she a slave? Direct slave? Yeah. No, slavery finished in 1818. Was my mum a slave?
So is the slave?
Was her mum a slave?
Was my great grandmother?
No, your great grandmother.
My great grandmother. Yeah. She remembers slavery.
No, she does. Did she tell you that?
What, from the movie?
From my cousin. She told me. No, she told me from my cousin.
Did she tell you that?
From my cousin went and met my great grandmother and thing. Not my granny. He met his mother. She told him we came from slavery.
And what slavery?
We came from slavery. Transatlantic.
And is slavery finished?
Is slavery finished? Physically, yes. Not mentally.
Physically, it's finished.
Yeah, of course it's
finished.
Here? Yeah, here.
What, so people going 9 to 5 is not slavery?
So
what's going on in Libya is not slavery?
Libya, what's
going on in
Libya?
India is not slavery.
What's India's
question? Slavery still goes on.
Well, I'm not, me personally, I'm not a slave. I do work though,
you do
9 till 5.
So you're a slave then?
So I'm a slave?
Yeah.
So if I saw crack on the streets, am I a slave? Okay, say no more. So what should we do?
Are you a slave? Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm saying this is good. I'm glad you said that. Say what I'm saying to you. That's good. Slave to what? No, slave to what? Because I said I go 9 to 5. You said slave, and I didn't even argue with you because I've heard that before. Yeah. But that's why I said what? So what, if I sold crack, am I a slave? And you said yes. Ow.
You're even more of a slave if you sell crack.
So why? Slave to what? Slave to what, Musa?
You didn't let me answer the question. You're gonna give me a question, not let me answer it.
Finish it.
You're a slave to the options they gave you.
That's a good way of putting it. Very good way of putting it.
Technical, isn't it, mate?
It is a technical.
It's a fair point. Because they've put us in a position where they've limited our options.
If I decide to sell balloons,
go on.
Yeah, without that's the wrong example because people take balloons. Yeah,
but go on.
If I decide to sell cushions.
Yeah,
that's what.
Every option is an option they gave me then, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's limited.
No, because some of the options.
Some people have more options than others.
Some of the options are set options, as in like,
because of the position
you don't have to do it yourself, bro.
Like what?
You go and work for someone or work in a place.
The school they
you go work in a place or work for someone where it's already going on.
What they know when
none of the people invented
from a certain young age
these things.
What their
the people that's
parents
doing it now, they didn't invent them.
But it's
what they own,
isn't it? Anything's
no.
So when they go to work, they slaves.
Yes, they have your own business, but they have
you're doing it your way. That's
some people have more.
So we're all slaves, basically. We're all slaves.
There's all forms of slaves.
We're all slaves then.
No, I'm saying ain't that option that they gave you though.
Huh? We're all slaves then, isn't it?
No. I'm saying if you start your own business, that's not an option they gave you.
It is.
Okay.
I've got my own.
It's more thinking. I know what you're talking about. It's more thinking outside of the. It's more thinking outside of the
company's
box.
house.
I don't understand. Yeah, I've got my own company now.
If you have a business, you gotta go through them and.
It's more. Jay. It's more thinking outside of the box.
Do you think the only drugs that are out there are crack, heroin, weed?
Drugs.
There's
up there.
So that's what I'm saying. But how comes no one don't sell them?
Some people do. You just ain't heard about them.
But there's a lot of people that. But there's a lot of people that don't.
I'm not talking about those ones though. I'm talking about the ones that the things that everybody's doing. There's even jobs that are not 9 to 5 that are better. You know what I'm saying?
You're exploring more of the idea of thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
Alternative thinking that is not necessarily expressed by the demographic that we belong to.
Thank you. That's it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You sure that's your one?
It's fair. It's very fair.
Sure.
Very fair. Sometimes we become repetitive. We become limited in doing the same things that we saw other people that look like us do.
Exactly.
But we never chose to explore the possibility of
possibilities. Yes. As soon as you do it, you could be like. I remember back in the day, a guy did R&B ringtones and when it became.
I'm with you. 100%. I remember that person. Yeah. I'm just saying. I know 100% what you mean. Like Lewis, when Lewis Hamilton, black people didn't do Formula 1 until Lewis Hamilton did it.
Do you understand?
Yeah, and then it's like black people don't do Formula 1. That's a white man sport, but he did it. And succeeded, and thus put the imprint in the group of people that we belong to. That if we work hard enough and we stay focused, we could become excellent Formula 1 drivers too.
We don't like that.
Exactly.
So he gave attention to a sport
that's flaves, isn't it?
that black people historically weren't really watching like that.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Still, it's good. Still, it's healthy to go sometimes into uncharted waters.
If you've seen people go to jail, for something for years of your life, how are you gonna do that? What you saw, man? You've seen man get licked down for it. You see man go jail for it.
Well said.
But you're still gonna go and do it.
So what is it?
Monkey see, monkey do.
No, I'm just saying that you're not. That's stupidness. That if you don't think,
he's a slave.
Let me find something else. That's of course a slave. It's slave mentality.
Slave to what?
So if you start your own business, if you start your own business, are you a slave?
It's more thinking outside of the box.
I've started my own business.
That's not slavery.
All right, you see.
Because you're employing, you're working for your. It's because the concept of
you're building your own.
Yes.
That you could possibly.
I know what you mean.
Down.
Still,
that's what the slave masters do, innit? No.
Yeah.
They build their bricks and then people will work for them.
I understand your logic.
Eventually, that's the end of you're having your business. The end of having your business is that people can work for you and you can pass it on.
Yeah. So
eventually,
basically, you're the king.
The end of working for somewhere 30 years.
You're the king of your own castle.
Yeah, I've seen one video where the man was working for the place for 20 years or something. They gave him a little goodie bag.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Man had a little pencil in there. They gave him like cinema tickets. He didn't miss a day in like 20 years or some shit like that.
Jay, I think you're making a good point.
And then, like, what they gave him,
how old is he when he finished? The old big man.
He wasn't even finished. They just celebrated him not like for 20 years, not missing a day of work.
Okay.
And they gave him a little goodie bag. That was very you know what I'm saying? It's disrespectful little joke things in the goodie bag. But I'm just saying, you die. These people don't.
So the solution is. There's
nothing that you know if you die in your own business. See that jumper there? That's your thing. You know, it's like a stamp of imprint. You know what I mean? Real life, all these things of like what we do. You know, all of these things that we're doing, like imprints of our existence.
100%. You know what I mean? 100%. Like what the Trump fathers left Donald Trump, and it's something to inherit.
It's just an imprint. You left an imprint on. People have to look back on you. You have to look back on something that you've done. And you know, if they want to look back on you, there's traces of you. But if we're not, I'm just saying, if we're not contributing to our own dreams. My thing is that again, every day you're putting into these people's work, or people say it's not leaving your own mark on this earth. You're helping leave someone else's mark.
Well said.
You're not leaving your mark. You're working your whole. You're not going through the grits and the hards and the ups and the downs of leaving your mark on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think. I think it's important that we emphasize that at this point, because it doesn't even. It's not even before when we was younger with our parents. I think it actually made sense to work. They would get a good wage. It was working. If you had a good job, it would work for you in the 80s/90s.
It's definitely.
These
to add to what you're saying,
they didn't up the wage from them days.
And to add to what you're saying, it's definitely
£2 up from all them. Do you know what I mean?
One of the solutions for black folk to getting out of the conditions that they're in.
Just anyone.
Is or any or any.
You don't like the black thing. You don't like the black.
Okay, not like it. Not
Why?
black.
Why?
It could be
Because
black
it doesn't
African.
describe us, bro.
Okay,
That's true.
it could be black British,
Don't-
black British
don't
African,
describe
or
us.
African Caribbean.
It
Caribbean's
don't-
word.
it don't-
Yeah.
it's-
Talk
it doesn't
about our
define-
country. Even just saying African is not good.
It's not
It's such a
defining
big
who you are.
continent.
It's
like,
not defining
talk
who
about-
you are. And
you understand?
We're different people
This is my
with
point.
different thoughts and different
Thank
cultures.
you.
I know that.
I say that to people
And when
all the
I
time.
embrace mine, people get offended, and they shouldn't.
But man get angry when I say to them, you should even like who was gonna be at the Caribbean if it weren't us? Like who? What would they look like?
They were
Native Jamaica.
Native
No, I'm
American.
just saying with all of that sun.
Native American.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
They were
Yeah.
Native
Have you
American.
seen the Coolie band them out there? Have you seen it?
But, I'm saying, but you are their complexion though. You know what I'm saying? Your Indian man's complexion.
Nah, they were dark, you know. They were more
No,
like
but
you and me.
your Indian man's complexion. I'm saying
Yeah.
you just might have different features, but your Indian man's complexion.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You're not dark. This like you know we got so many tones. That
I'm
how
with
do
you.
you define us as one?
You can't
Of
define
one
black
tone.
people as just put us in one the bottom.
You can't call us black people then.
That's a European centric mindset.
Exactly.
That's what the white man
But
done.
that's why I'm saying we should call ourselves black in the first place.
No, we shouldn't.
And
And,
then we
I
should
agree
take
with
the
that
history that comes with
100%.
it.
And 100%. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, you know, brother. I'm going to embrace mine, man.
Israelite.
Yeah, I'm Israelite. I'm
Yeah.
going to embrace it. That's
Yeah.
it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. That's who
more.
I am. And he's a more. He says he's a more.
No, I'm just more is just a healthy term.
No, I do understand what you're saying. Go away. Don't let no one sway how you what you believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Yeah, don't make no one take you off your
I
square,
even like what you
brother.
call yourself. You know what I mean? Musa
Stand on
more.
your square, bad.
I
bad
always
guy.
stand on my square.
Stand on your square, bad man.
I always do.
Big man, standing on it.
Thank you for
Moose of the more.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I like that. But that is absolutely correct. You're absolutely. I've said this already. I've told you that, innit? Have I said that to you? I've said black people are not all the same, and that terminology, black, it was in the 1700s. I can't remember the guy's name, but it started in the 1700s. Before that, he was a Persian. They were Greek. They was
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you something.
Exactly that.
Go on.
How do you know who you
Remember, hold on. It goes.
Prophecy.
Oh,
Go on, suck it,
he
I don't know.
He said, if you went to Israel or Palestine, and read Lebanon and all these places, how do you know that what your doctrine teaches you? How do you know you're gonna find what you're gonna find? People that look like you.
There's
And
people down there.
and also
There's loads of brothers down there.
And also,
Down where?
And,
Israel. There's enough brothers
That
living
look like
there.
you.
Israel.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
it migrated and gone back.
Show me.
Where the twist is though, yeah. The twist for me is because you see the Hebrew Israelite thing, yeah.
He'll show you, my
it's-
brother.
The Hebrew Israelite thing is like 10 years. Like their whole movement is like 10 years old.
It's older than that, but go on.
It's a bit older. It's a bit older than that
older
still.
than that.
Okay, 15.
20.
I don't know the exact.
Brothers in
There's some
Demona
history
Desert.
behind it still. But I'm
Just to
not.
be nice,
I'm
say
not.
20.
But you know what I was gonna.
Yeah.
Also, no, I was
Just to be
gonna-
nice, say 20. Please,
Yeah,
let me
go
just
on.
finish my point. Like sometimes they don't even realize that they
Demona
should be
Desert.
saying they're the Palestinian Hebrew Palestinians.
Dumona.
Like that's the side that they should be saying that we're Hebrew Palestinians. Israel, the whole world of Israel's a corporation.
It's recent.
Israel's a
recent.
corporation.
I know
It's not even called Israel. It's never. They went there and called it the State of Israel.
Yeah,
That's
that's what he's
what
saying.
I'm
That's what he's
saying.
saying. That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
they're claiming to be they're claiming to be the people of the Bible, but they don't fit the prophecies of the Bible.
No, they don't. The 12 tribes of Judah.
No, not 12 tribes of Israel. Judah's just one tribe. Yeah, Judah's
Israel
only-
wasn't there.
I understand what you're saying,
So
but
you
the
talking
children.
about-
No, you're not listening to me. You're mixing up the thing. You're saying
So
12
there's no
tribes
such
of
thing as the
Judah.
12 tribes of Judah.
No, the 12 tribes of Israel. That in the Bible, it calls them the 12 tribes of Israel. Now,
Palestine.
Judah, the tribe of Judah is the fourth son in the Bible. When you read the Bible for yourself, without the church and without outside influence, and you read it for yourself, and there was a man called Jacob. There was a man called Jacob. And he was wrestling.
Because Jay didn't exist then.
Jay didn't exist. Yes,
yeah, whatever.
That's right, we can go there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So boom. So and his name was changed to Israel,
Oh.
and he had 12 sons, and the fourth son's name was Judah. That's it. Yeah. That's how the story goes, according to what's written in the book.
Yeah, and the 12 tribes come from him.
And the 12 tribes come from Israel. Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel.
It's not the 12 tribes of Jacob.
Shall I read
It's
it
the
for
12
you?
tribes of Judah. I don't want. I don't want.
Shall I read it for you out of the book?
No,
Okay.
because again, I know what I know, and I know such things.
No, it's in the book, Ak.
No,
You
so
I'm telling you what's in the book. What I read in the book.
I didn't get my information.
So where did you get it from? Where did you get that information from? The 12 tribes of Judah. Where did you get that information from?
The book of books.
The book of books.
The book of all books.
What book's that?
It's called the book of all books.
Show me the book. Get the book now and show me it.
I ain't got it here.
And the book of all books talks about the 12 tribes of Judah.
Yes.
Boy, you need to Google that book there. Google it now. And pull it up, bro. I don't want to hear this big. Pull up the 12 tribes.
From what? Google.
Just pull the book. You can PDF the book. You can get any book you want on there. This is a encyclopedia.
I don't need to, man.
No, I need to. Because I'm telling you that there's no 12 tribes of Judah. And you're telling me there is, and it's in that book. So you need to give me the information.
12 tribes of Judah on your phone then?
12 tribes of Judah. I've just explained to you, told you how it going. You're saying no.
Yeah, I don't want to be educated. I'm fine.
Okay.
You want to be educated. So I'm saying put 12 tribes of Judah. If anyone needs to get out of the phone, it's you, not me, bro.
I don't need to think. 12 tribes of Judah. Okay, it's come up.
There you go.
Shops. This is a shop. 12 tribes. It's a book. 12 tribes of Israel. They're hidden in the Hebrews. The 12 tribes of Israel. It's 12 tribes of Israel, isn't it, brother? It's all saying Israel, isn't it? And I put the 12 tribes of Judah, and listen, coming up as Israel. Let's go back to the beginning.
12 tribes of
Israel. It's 12 tribes of Israel. But you don't need these books. You could because you can read this book where they get the information from, because this is the source. Now everybody says the white man wrote it. That's not true. That is foolishness. Now that's what I'm saying to you, brother. Jacob was wrestling with an angel, and he all night, and the angel blessed him, and his name was changed from Jacob to Israel. He had 12 sons. The fourth son, his name was Judah. Yeah. And that's where that's the lineage that Christ came from, and King David came from, and King Solomon came from.
Yes, okay.
Hallelujah. Let's
that's what's in the book.
That's in the book.
Okay, this is in the book.
No, but you're saying the 12 tribes of Judah, so now you know it's the 12 tribes of Israel, and Judah is the fourth son.
So there's no such thing as 12 tribes of Judah?
Nah, he's the fourth son.
So I just got that on my own head, basically.
Basically, I've just showed him random evidence, like I don't know anything. I've just showed you, and I've explained it to you. I don't think I can explain it any clearer. Jacob, his name was changed to Israel.
No, I'm listening, bro.
He had 12 sons.
I heard
you. The fourth one
is Judah.
Should I give? Alright, the first one's name was Reuben. The second one's name was Simeon. The third one's name was Levi. And the fourth one name was Judah.
Definitely all.
And he's got other name children.
Definitely all.
Hallelujah, right?
Like they were Jamaican.
So this is it.
Yeah? Guess what the 12th one's name was?
Go ahead.
Benjamin.
Definitely Jamaican.
Benjamin. That's what I'm saying to you, bro.
It's probably Israel, bro.
We are Israelites. They are Israelites.
That might even be Israel.
Yeah. Here's what we need to do. Sorry to cut you. Here's what we need to do. Google on your phone.
Because them names are definitely not in Israel anymore.
Let me read it. No, they do call them.
Levi.
They do. They do. And
Yeah. Reuben is popular.
They do. But they've stole someone's identity.
It's popular.
First things first.
I don't want black man with them names, bro.
Arthur Kessler.
Man said Arthur Kessler.
Arthur Kessler.
Easy.
He's gonna explain.
It should explain. Hold on. Arthur Kessler.
He's like, who?
So there was 10 lost tribes, yeah? All the other tribes got lost. It says, no? The 10 tribes got lost, only Judah and Benjamin survived.
Arthur Kessler.
Some of them got lost.
What the
fuck?
And then
Judah knows the story.
Arthur Kessler.
There was a tribes. There was a tribe that was
Here we go.
There you go. And it was only him and the other one.
And that's
so it's us against each other now. That's what spread out across the world. Make my own tribes. That's how it goes. You say number 12 because that's how
Arthur Kessler.
You know what's interesting?
I thought I heard that.
Arthur Kessler.
In the same region.
Don't go too loud.
According to Wikipedia, Arthur Kessler was a Hungarian-born author and journalist.
Oh shit! There you go. Shame.
Okay.
So what's that, man? Put your phone away. I told you. You're going.
Here we go. Here's Arthur Kessler. Arthur Kessler. Go and read it for me.
This was in EastEnders back in the day, and he was married to Pauline Fowler.
Because I'm eloquent with the word.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, brother, you're perfect. You're eloquent. Read it for me, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
The tribe of Judah is American blacks, it says.
Okay.
Go on.
Benjamin is West Indies.
Okay.
That's that chart. We don't work. Go on.
Okay, but let me
read Arthur Kessler.
Levites are the Haitians.
See.
Okay.
I told you I was a black man.
Can you?
Okay, wait,
Ephraim
let me
is
finish.
Puerto Ricans.
He's going through the Hebrew.
Yeah, go on.
Manasseh is the Cubans. Simeon is the Dominicans.
All right.
Zebulun was the Guatemala,
See?
Panama.
The Caribbeans.
And the Gad was the Native American Indians. Reuben was the Seminole Indians. Asher, Colombia. To Iraq, Incas. And the Issachar, Mexicans, Aztecs. Nefertari, Argentinian, Chile.
Someone made that chart.
Okay.
All right. Can I say something about that chart first? And let me explain what you just read.
Can I read the Alpha
And then read the Alpha
Kessler, and then you.
No, let me do this because it's pertaining to that, and then read the other thing. So you see that chart?
So man's
A
from
man named
Benjamin.
Aria.
Man's from
There's a man
Benjamin.
named Aria. He's in one of the
Benjamin
camps.
was
You know the
the one
camps?
that survived.
You know the one West camps that's
Man's
on the
from
streets.
Benjamin.
Yes.
When they started,
Benjamin
they started all together, and they called
Benjamin
one.
went to,
Yo, listen.
to the
You
Caribbean.
lot
He's
tune
got his
in,
own
man.
tribes.
Say,
Listen, I'm gonna tell you where that chart come from. I'm gonna tell you where it
Go
come
on.
from. A man named Aria, right? He's a Hebrew Israelite, and what he done, he was sick for a while, and he said he had a dream, and God told him where all the tribes are, and he came up with that chart. That chart's not biblical though, because if you go in the scriptures and read, it tells you Judah's scattered to the four corners of the world.
Yeah.
Now Judah makes up 3 tribes: Levi, Benjamin, and Judah, and then you got the other
3 times 4 is.
and then you got the other 10, and then you got the other 10 tribes that was given a bill of divorce. They were scattered. Now the Bible tells you where they are today.
Yeah.
Now if we go to the middle, if you go to places like Syria, India, the Middle East, and there's black communities in those places,
I know that.
and they're Israelites. Can you read that for me now, bro? They're Israelites.
They're not black communities again. They're
okay, yes.
Yes, we understand.
I understand.
We understand that.
No,
we
but
understand. I
you
just
keep
know,
doing
but
this.
we're doing this for the thing. We know. We're doing this thing.
understand because but the whole
All right,
thing
you're
is
trying to articulate my words. All right, but I understand what you're
we
saying.
keep
like.
calling everyone black and black
It's
communities.
just
We're
straight.
trying to sum it up in the whole thing. I understand what you're saying. Though. Go read Arthur Kessler now.
Kessler, was a Hungarian-born author and journalist. Kessler was born in Budapest, and apart from his early school years, was educated in Austria. In 1931, Kessler joined the Communist Party of Germany, but he resigned in 1938 after becoming disillusioned with Stalinism.
Okay, that's not.
Okay, was
That's
King
what-
James black or white?
Black.
There you go.
I don't know what the fuck that was for.
No, I've got the wrong thing. Here we go.
That's what I'm
Sorry,
trying,
brother.
I'm trying to bring it in.
Sorry, brother.
Right.
That's still Arthur Kessler. That's Arthur Kessler.
Oh, I'm done with Arthur
I'm
Kessler,
done
man.
with-
No, I was going to read it.
No, but you don't lost your time.
No,
with
please,
this guy,
please,
man.
read
Arthur
it.
Kessler.
Shall I read it? Let me read it quickly.
Yeah,
Let me read it
it's not
quickly.
that deep.
The 13th tribe. He's talking about the 13th
No,
tribe,
but
you
it's
know.
not supposed to be
He's
done.
talking about
Okay,
the
you know what?
13th tribe.
You tried the woman. You asked the woman to say she didn't say the thing.
Fuck
You asked him to
Arthur
read. He
Kessler.
didn't read it. We don't need to read it, but we're not supposed to talk
You
about
read it
Arthur
then.
Kessler. I don't want to read it. I don't even want to. I think we're not
Talk about-
supposed. We're not supposed to hear about him. God didn't want his
Fair
thing.
enough.
But you see what's interesting? There's many people in that region of the Palestine, Israel, Lebanon, so forth. They're fighting already. They've got already. So if I'm saying that if you go to that part of the world, because it's in you believe this your ancestral home.
But now, can you read
You
this
could
for
have-
me? This will clear up the same question you just asked me. Read it for me, please.
You
Read it
not
for me.
think you could get into
Just read the
drama?
thing for me,
No.
brother.
You
Read
got
the thing
love
for me.
books and Google.
Yeah.
No,
but
it's
we
a
don't
book.
really
This is a book that was written. The guy's
Enemies of the white
dead. They
man.
killed this man. They killed this man as well. He was dead, you know.
Full of
The book was
nutty.
written before I was born.
Nuts.
Can you read it for me,
Okay.
please?
All right.
Sociopaths.
So
I can't take it. I hate
Both sociopaths.
Yeah, have to be victims.
Okay.
We all have to stem from being. Yeah.
All right, can you just get this information then?
The 13th tribe is a
I went there, Malcolm X, and they're
1976.
telling me what the white man's did.
1976 book by Arthur Kessler. in which the
You
author-
lot, read it back again, please. I want the man to hear
You
it,
lot-
please.
Are we listening? Are we?
Please,
I don't know.
please.
I'm just reading. Listen, I don't know nothing about this, but I'm gonna read it out.
reading.
Science.
Read it articulate
Yeah,
for me,
but we
brother,
have to
please.
try though, innit?
Let's try it, go on.
The 13th tribe is 1976. Book by Arthur Kessler. The book is called The 13th Tribe.
You promoting this Arthur Kessler?
No, I
No,
don't
I'm
know.
not.
I don't
I'm
know
just-
nothing about this.
Listen.
in which
Keep
the
going
no, he gave it to me.
In which the author,
which the author was advanced. Advances the thesis that Ashkenazi Jews are not descended from the historical Israelites of antiquity.
That's all. It's a white man that wrote a book.
That don't mean anything to me.
Anything, and they killed him.
Alright, what we gonna do-
brother, it's one of them fake Jews is telling you we ain't the Jews. That's one of them
No
saying
problem.
we
I'm
ain't
saying,
them.
what are
Go
you
on.
guys gonna do with this information?
What do I
your
do with
life?
this information? What I do, I kind of live it still. Like Saturday, you invited. You know, if you want to come. I'm having some food with the children. We're keeping.
Right, did you see how he looked away from me? So he was going to explain to me, but he didn't invite me. Did you see that? If he was the real Israelite brother, he would have said to me, "You know what, Jay? Actually, he said to me, and he looked away and said to me, you can come, but no, I'm joking.
Boy, you know, wicked, you know. You see how it's wicked, you know. Brother, I'm keeping Hanukkah with the family, right? Instead of my family keeping Christmas, we don't keep Christmas.
Okay.
Right? We don't keep Christmas. We keep Sabbath days, and we keep also the feast days that's mentioned in the Bible.
Yeah.
Right? Now, we've got a day to remember.
Yes.
The real Hebrew Israelites have got a day to remember. It's called Hanukkah, the Feast of Lights.
Yeah, the Jewish thing.
It's the Jewish thing, and that's what I'm going to keep with my family, my children.
Yeah.
For my children, I'm trying to grow them up into this, and boom, boom, and that's where I'm going. But I'd like to invite Q still because I want to sit down and read some book with him. Yeah. And just have him and we read and prove what's written. I can say my name's Ray, and I dropped out the sky like Dr. Malachi York. I could have do a Dr. Malachi York, but I'm not going to do. I fear God. I don't play with the Most High. No, you understand? No, all right. So that's what I want you to read the Arthur Kessler thing. The Arthur Kessler thing is he's telling you that we're not the real Jews. We're not the people of the antiquities. We're not the Israelites. Yeah, we're imposters. We're European. That's what he's saying. Now, Israel, when they play football, where do they play?
I don't know.
Do you know they play? They play in Europe. They don't play Iran and them. But where are they? They live right in the Middle East, right in the middle of them, right? They don't play them. When they got to qualify for the World Cup or European Cup, they play in Europe. So they're basically telling us who they are. But because the real children of Israel are in outer darkness spiritually and can't embrace it, no matter how things, because there's artists now. The Kanye West, we're the Jews. Yeah. He said, what else did he say? With the blood of Christ. Yeah. Now, they tried to do him for anti-Semitism, right? Yeah. He said, I can't be anti-Semitic because I am Semitic.
He did say that.
Right? And guess, have they called him a liar yet?
No, they haven't.
Hallelujah. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say, bro. That's all I want to say. Because if it was a liar...
Are you a Jew?
We are the real Jews. The Jews mean
that.
Are
you Jewish?
I'm not Jewish. No, I'm a Jew. I'm not Jewish. Jewish is being ish. That's ish. That's being like. I'm a real Jew. Right, cool. By bloodline and prophecy.
Exactly. That's why.
I go off a prophecy, bro.
I went off to two.
Where's the paperwork?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you.
No, you see the paperwork now. We're gonna go through this. I'm gonna say two things.
I don't believe in paperwork anyway. But
all right, all right. My brethren went for a blood DNA test the other day. He came back mostly European. But he did come back Africa. We're all gonna have African blood in us.
No, but that's what I keep saying.
Let me tell you why.
If you have if I had a youth with a white woman now, yeah,
she's gonna be part.
And you had a youth with another white person, my grandchildren would be white, right?
They still have African blood in them. Some of them.
I hear that, man. But then we still got Caucasian blood in us.
English
blood in us. So
darker the dominant.
No,
they say that. Anyway.
It's not necessarily, bro.
You know what? You see, eugenics. We don't really know the proper eugenics. We don't. Let's just study. Have you studied that stuff?
I'm just saying.
I've seen it. I've looked at it briefly.
I've seen it in my lifetime. I've got family that
I personally think.
Yeah, I've got mixed race family.
No, mixed race family that's had kids with white.
Yeah, I know. Same here.
And that's my family still.
Yeah, I know that. Cause
I'm saying. I've got
them as well.
So when we keep talking about 400 years ago and all of this business, we would have been. Our color would have been changed. How many 100 times? We've gone from being a black man to a white man to a black man to an Indian man to
100th time.
Well, we can agree to disagree. However, according to Hebrew
within 400 years,
according to Hebrew tradition, the Hebrews didn't mix their seed. According to Hebrew tradition,
we didn't.
Hebrew means black as well. You're telling him that more. Hebrew means black.
Doesn't mean.
Yes, it does, bro. Hebrew means black.
No, it doesn't.
Same as telling you more means black.
No, it doesn't.
Hebrew means black.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Hebrew means Passover.
Hebrew to cross over.
Do you know that? To cross over.
No, it doesn't. It means black.
Yes, it does.
In Latin, it means black.
Prove it. Pull it up. Let's see it.
I don't need to.
Yes, you do. Because you're making statements.
Prove that more means black.
I can prove it. Let's prove it.
Go on then and prove my one while you're there.
Why gonna do your work for you?
Well,
what's it mean? Be a science, you know.
Does Hebrew mean black?
All right, you're right. That's your opinion.
It means to cross over.
Yeah, look.
Comes to the word Ibri.
You see, white people. Some of them are from the Edomite race. They're Hebrews. You know that? They're from Abraham. You know Arabs. You know the original Arabs. They're Hebrews. They're Hebrew Ishmaelites.
Yeah, the child of Hagar.
Yeah, Hagar. Yeah. Then they got the children. Then they got the children of Keturah who mix with them. They're Hebrews. Hebrews is just a genetic makeup of people. Yeah. Do you know who else is Shemitic? According to prophecy, Chinese people are Shemitic And
They originate from South Africa.
There was a Chinese people on record that were
South African.
what do you call it? In China, they used to read the Torah. Chinese Jews. I'm aware of this.
Their DNA. You can
Moab,
check their DNA.
Moab.
Have you seen the Chinese people from South Africa? The ones that look like Chinese. That tribe is. If you check their DNA, comes from them.
Yeah, I think it's the Lemba. I think you're talking about the Lemba.
Yeah.
But they definitely got Hebrew roots. They found it on their
But
record.
Hebrew doesn't mean a colour. But
It doesn't mean it. So why you just say it means
in
black?
Latin it means black.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Let's look that up. Hebrew,
So
black
so
and Hebrew.
without looking up.
We need to have to. No, we need to start using more. I want sources, mate. Man can come up in this camera and talk what they want to. We need sources. You understand, my brother?
Sometimes-
we need paperwork.
Sometimes-
Do you understand, my brother? I understand. Any man can make up anything.
I respect the book more than I respect your phone.
But guess what? You see this? What you do when you go on the thing, you go to the partner links and then you press the link. You'll get where they got the information from. It's just information.
Sometimes if you want to find your brethren, you can't find your brethren on there. So you know what I mean. If I can't find Tony from down the road,
brother, we're in the age of information. Would you agree with that, brother?
Yes, 100%.
Brother, and I think we should use this to put
but
a
the
thing.
information.
It might not be
doesn't
all right. Let
mean
me pick
nothing.
sense out of nonsense.
Because remember, there's 3 types of information. There's information, misinformation, and disinformation. So it's what you do with it
all
and
information,
how you interpret it.
Yeah.
But you have to use information.
But
you can't go through
I
world.
think we should.
You know what? My thing
we
is
should use information.
It should, but it should.
Does that make sense?
Your life should show your information's working for you. So if
okay.
yeah, like my thing is that if you can have all the information in your head, but if you work a 9 to 5, that don't make no sense, bro.
I'm with you.
If you got all
gonna
the
say it?
information.
What if you're working a 9 to 5 and you got your own business?
No, if you own business, that's great. But I'm saying just working a 9 to 5. It shows that it doesn't.
But that's look. You know, by the sweat of your brow, you know, you're gonna eat bread. You know, that was from the beginning. You know, so whether there's the reason why we are in the position where we are now,
like
my
a
brother,
magazine, you know.
right? The reason why because of capitalism. Is it capitalism?
Yeah.
It's capitalism,
call it
right?
that,
Which
yeah.
is slavery.
Slap your brow,
We,
eat bread.
That's what I said.
we. I know this, my brother. You're preaching to the choir.
But you
still,
went against me
I
earlier
never
when I
went
said we're
against you.
surely
I'm
bigger
not
slavery.
going against you, brother.
Not going against me, but I'm
It's
just
just a
saying.
slave. It's just the slave word you're using.
Yeah.
It's the way the word, just the way you're wording it. It's only the way you're wording it, brother. Yeah, because the next one feel offended. I don't feel offended. I know where you're coming
I'm doing it like
from.
that for a reason.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from when you're saying slave and working. I understand.
Points of view.
We all are slaves as well. All right, clothes. In the ancient times or in times, even in Africa, West Africa, people would make their own clothes. Yeah, people trade stuff. We'd put more trade stuff and
That's
things.
what I'm saying, it's
Now
your own
it's all
business.
corporized. We rely on them to feed us. We rely to them to feed us. Well, me then. Let me talk about me then. Me.
A lot of people do.
Most of the world
You got all
do.
the information.
Most of the world. Huh?
Yeah.
How come you got all the information?
Because I don't have no farm or nothing.
Where's the faith?
I've got bare faith. That's
why
why I'm
don't you
doing
just-
what I'm doing now.
Why don't you
That's
just do
why I'm
that
sick.
only?
Huh?
Why don't you just do that only?
Yeah.
Do what?
Just do your own business.
Yeah.
No, I need. I'm just taking some more income. I'm taking some more income and I'm building up my
Yeah,
little.
where's the faith, man?
Nah, my faith's always there. My faith's there.
Faith is going off the wheel. Yeah.
Maybe it's easy.
WUJ.
Maybe it's easy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's easy. Maybe it's
The
easier
words,
said
innit?
than
You
done.
can play with it. Woods.
Maybe it's easier said than done. Maybe
But
maybe it's easier said than done. What you're
Means
asking.
uncle
So
as
what you to say something and then to apply it is another step.
No, 100%. But that's what I said about a whole heap of information, and even being caring about the information enough for you to argue about it, but not actually applying it. Because if we applied all the things that we've said here, all of us would just have we all have our own businesses, and we'd all be helping each other. And I can come to you for
Some of
something.
us are doing
and
that.
come to
God
you for
willing,
something.
God willing, we
Some of
do.
us are doing
No,
that.
I'm doing that right now.
Yeah.
Some of us are doing that already.
But some of us ain't.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they need to get it together and have faith. Where's their
Yeah,
faith?
so where's your faith?
I've got my faith. I'm out here.
Just focus on that then.
I am focusing on that. I've never done 8 hours of work for the last 3-4 years. I go to work, do my work, and fuck off home. I'm the boss. Yeah, and I should take that on the camera. Don't have it on the camera, right?
boss, man.
Yeah, it's so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
the thing
far.
off the camera.
Yeah.
Man, realize if the boss see this, I'm fucked.
Yeah, the boss can see it, right? No, seriously. But I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying. I say self-sufficient. Bro.
Yeah.
Self-sufficient. That's the only way. Like, try to start.
But
up
I'm
your
just
own
saying,
business
information
and thing.
is about. It has to be applied. Otherwise, it's pointless. That's what I'm saying about every information. We can have all the information in the world. The more information I get, I try to apply it to my life.
But it has to be
survival.
something that information that you have to depending on your occupation, you have to relate the information to your work.
Not really. You just if the information is not needed, I don't even take it on.
That's what I mean. If you don't need it, it's not relatable to what you're.
So what information have you received that you've applied to your life in the last 5 years?
My value, how to set boundaries and things like that. I didn't really understand what boundaries were before.
What do you mean by that?
Like boundaries, setting boundaries for yourself, your business, within family and things like that.
Like friends and associates.
All them
type of things.
Putting people in place there.
No, this is what I'm saying. I didn't. You know, like when you hear the word boundaries, you kind of you understand it in a basic way. Innit?
Yeah, like I'm going to understand. I'm trying to understand more.
I had to understand what boundaries really meant. And when you understand what boundaries really meant, you start applying it to your life, whether it's your with your partner, with your family, with your kids. Because sometimes you let people like push your boundaries. You don't have you don't have none.
There's a difference between family.
So your life doesn't really have a direction because you end up you're pleasing this one, pleasing that one, doing that. You know what I'm saying? Doing that. Even if you're you might be a madman on the road, but you're still somewhere pleasing someone, pleasing someone. There's always somewhere where you're gonna be. You might not know if you don't know boundaries, you don't know boundaries. Sometimes people think boundaries is being tough. That's nothing to do with boundaries. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, and so people think even people that are tough don't have things in their life where there's no boundaries, even for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to like.
I know what you mean. Still,
setting boundaries. For
it's
yourself.
like organising your life.
Yeah,
according to certain soft skills that you weren't even. Yeah. Some people don't even comprehend yet.
Can't always be dreaming. You can actually apply things and make them work.
That's what I'm saying. When it's moving, brother.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I said.
No, definitely.
Bro.
But I will speak to. I will throw them things. Yeah,
I rate him.
I'll throw them things at man because I'm saying no one's gonna throw it because everyone's scared of being offensive. But if I'm talking to people that I've had a very intelligent conversation with, I'm going to ask you that question.
I don't mind.
What information? The information that you got? What have you done with your madman? Yeah. You applied what information? I don't have information.
No, you're very smart guys. What are you doing with it?
I don't mind. Okay.
What are you doing with it? What are you doing that makes your life freer? What are you doing where you say, look, I've got control of my life through the knowledge I had?
Hey, you know what? That's the.
Can I answer?
No, of course.
I'm trying to channel my information through the social media to free myself of any kind of
through the social media. No, what are you doing? What do you work?
I used to. I'm not working at the moment.
So what's your life like? Are you in a great position?
Not a position that God intended me to be, but.
So are you in a good position or not?
No.
So is your information helping you?
It's so direct.
100%.
Are you in a good position? Yes or no?
Okay, then you're in the best position then.
I'm on my way to be.
Then you're. But listen, come on. I'm saying to you. Listen to me. Are you?
Okay, I know what you mean. Yes.
How you living?
Fuck yeah.
I'm good.
How you living? Like you got a nice house. You got this. You got.
Not yet.
Nice woman.
Not these things that I believe I should. Not all the. I think I can't tick all the boxes. I'm talking straight.
So you're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
So stop doing that. Let yourself wake up. Though. No, you're not. You're not allowing yourself to wake up tomorrow and say, you know what? I'm not using my brain.
I said that I'm not there yet.
No, but then I'm saying you're not.
You got degrees. You got degrees.
You're not using your information. Your information is pointless.
He's talks good.
You're being smart for no reason.
Yeah.
Because there's man that I could speak to on the road with big can and they're drunk and give me they can drop a gem on me, bro.
Okay,
and I'm like, wow, that was a gem. Like, why are you here? Like,
that's a good point.
You know what I mean? I've sat down with man even in a party barbecues and some of the drunk man came and dropped a gem in my ear quickly and walked off. You know what I'm saying?
So sometimes,
the spirit sometimes speaks through them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But sometimes it goes. Sometimes it goes like that. Sometimes
you're very passionate about your information.
Yes, I can.
What's it doing for you?
I believe this information is bringing me to this point where I'm gonna be taken to the next step.
Off of pissing me off. Yo, I said, who can it be? I said it's cause of the luck. Take him to the tower, take his head off. Off of pissing me off. So don't be pissing me off.
You know so much. I wanna think in the way you I wanna do the same thing. 19 so much. I wanna do the same thing that high level.
Sometimes we say stuff.
High level conversation. But I believe it.
Yeah,
high level.
If you believe it, why aren't you applying this stuff?
I am applying it. That's what I'm trying to say to you. But it's trial and error.
For you to be as good as how you're talking.
I'm saying trial. It was trial and error. Nothing happens before its time.
No,
I want to do high level conversations, just like
high level conversations.
just like 19 Keys, Rizza Islam, etc., etc.
19 keys.
So
What's that?
It's a guy that's doing,
Yeah.
you know. So
And what's he saying?
so
Why are they stop?